Hey, what's happening, bro? Good to see you, man.
We're about to start now, so if you'll be out, please take a seat. Thank you guys, come on in. Come on in guys, don't be afraid. Start taking your seat. Video and then for the background music, and he'll be playing later on in the afternoon. Thank you. Good afternoon everyone and welcome to the Coming Together gathering. My name is Yasmin Farid and it's an absolute pleasure to be your host this afternoon. Today is about sharing nutritious food, connecting with one another and celebrating our community in Carlton. Whether you have lived in Carlton for 30 years or just moved in last week, whether you've come alone or with family or friends, you're welcome here. This lunch is for all of us. We will be kicking off with a welcome to country. Please enjoy and make yourselves comfortable. Just before I begin, I'll just tell you a bit about the housekeeping. So we have 3 emergency exits, the door down the back, the door to the right, and the door behind me over here. The toilets are just down the stairs, and there will be photography and videos taken at the event, so please talk to the photographer if you do not be captured. There's a quiet room near the Palmerston Street entrance where there is a weaving demonstration hosted by Mahupu, and the games room includes board games, colouring, and many more fun activities. A reminder, please do not leave your children unattended over there. Before we go any further, we'd like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land on which we've gathered on today. Unfortunately, Uncle Colin wasn't able to make it. However, I'd like to acknowledge the Wurundjeri people, the Wurundjeri land on which we are gathered on today. I'd like to pay my respects to the elders past, present and emerging. Sovereignty has never been ceded and treaties have never been signed. A quick rundown of what's going to happen today. We're going to hear from the Lord Mayor of City Council of Melbourne, Nicholas Reeves. The Lord Mayor will be telling us more about the City of Melbourne's food map, which is being launched here today. We will be also hearing from Tony Melleen, the CEO at Carlton Neighbourhood and Learning Centre, who has coordinated this event today. The stores are open right now, so please feel free to wander later on and have a chat, enjoy the atmosphere, and there's local services stores where you can find out what's available in your area. At 12:30, we'll sit down together for our big shared community lunch. There is food for everyone and it's been made with love by locals from our community. From 2 p.m. onwards, we'll wind down with a coffee and sweets, the perfect way to finish the afternoon. Throughout the day, there is a quiet space inside where you can watch a weaving demonstration, a beautiful calming activity if you need a moment away from the crowd. And for our younger guests, there's games just down the hall. I'd now like to invite our Lord Mayor of the City of Melbourne, Nicholas Reeves, to the microphone.
Thanks very much for that welcome, Jasmine. But can I begin by saying my name is Nick Rees, Lord Mayor of Melbourne. When I get called Nicholas, I feel like I'm in trouble with Mum. And this is not a day for being in trouble with Mum. This is a day for coming together and enjoying time together, a beautiful meal, and also launching the brand new Carlton food map. It's a pity that Uncle Colin Hunter wasn't here today, but with his permission, let me say to you all in the Woiwurrung language of the Wurundjeri, Wominjenka, Marambik Burunda, Wurundjeri Wilampu, Liwik Ukulan, Irumbubai Irumboy. That's an acknowledgement of country in the language that's been spoken on these lands for more than 2,000 generations. Can I also do a hearty congratulations to all the incredible partners who are here today to help make this possible. Beginning with the University of Melbourne. Give it up for the University, everybody. Where is Padmini waiting? There she is, Padmini. Well done to you, Padmini. To the Carlton Community Network. It is hard to believe that one single neighbourhood has around 50, that's right, 50 non-profits and agencies all working to bring people together. That is truly extraordinary. I live here in Carlton myself, and so I see firsthand the incredible work that you do around our streets and in our neighbourhood here. Can I also thank RMIT, Community Grocer, St Jude's, give them up, give them a the Church of All Nations, the mighty Carlton Neighbourhood Learning Centre, and last but not least, our tireless volunteers. Give it up for the volunteers, everybody. Beautiful meal that we are going to enjoy together today. And this coming together today, it didn't happen by magic, everybody. It happened because of the hard work of the volunteers here. So I salute you and say thank you, thank you, thank you on the behalf of all the people of this city. Now, coming together, can you think of a better way to describe what we're doing here today and the spirit of our city? And indeed, the idea of coming together has never been more important. We live in a time where we are suffering from an epidemic of loneliness. This is a well-documented phenomenon in modern society. If you look at the number of people who, for example, join unions, who join local clubs, of civic societies like Rotary or attend church, then you see there has been a very steady decline in attendance. These institutions that used to bring people together are seeing decline in their numbers. And then there's something else that has happened as well. These things, every single one of you has got one of these in your pocket right now. Nothing more certain than that. And you know what these things have done? We've never been so connected, but never so alone. Never so alone. I've got news for you, everybody. Sitting in your bedroom, collecting likes, that is no substitute for human connection and interaction. What we are all doing today, coming together for a meal. This is a ritual that is as old as humanity itself. And nothing you experience on here, not even 1 billion likes, can compare to the connectedness, the celebration of the human spirit, which we all embrace when we come together. And that is why the City of Melbourne is so delighted to be supporting today. We are all about bringing people together, particularly here in our home suburb, in my home suburb of Carlton. Indeed, Melbourne is the most extraordinary city. Here in the city of Melbourne, we have people from 160 different backgrounds who speak 150 different languages, who practice 80 different faiths. That is extraordinary. That is extraordinary. But we're all together one Melbourne. We are the most successful multicultural city in Australia. We are the most successful multicultural city in the world, everybody. And it's because we all come together on days like today. And we live in a city where everybody can live their life and live their best Melbourne life, knowing that they are cared for and that we come together. Interestingly, Melbourne was just voted last week the third most livable city in the world. That's an extraordinary achievement. And one of the reasons why we did so well was because we were noted as a welcoming and friendly city. Last year, Melbourne was voted the friendliest city in the world. Can you believe that? Well, I wasn't surprised, I've got to tell you. You just need to get on a tram any day in our city and just see the way that people say hello to each other and connect with each other. So next time you're on the tram, put down your phone and just give people a nod around you, a wave of acknowledgement of our fellow humanity, our fellow humans, and our love of our city, Melbourne. Now, I do have one official bit of business here today, and that is to launch the Carlton Food Map. This is an extraordinary example of what I am talking about when we talk about Melbourne being an amazingly connected city. So I have been shocked to learn about the growing crisis in food security here in Melbourne. This is only something we have only started measuring in recent times. And we went and did a survey of our community, and we found that almost half of our residents, almost half across the city of Melbourne, were struggling to get enough nutritious food. 31%, almost 1 in 3 people, reported skipping meals. Now, I'm sorry. In Melbourne, you should never have to choose between a nutritious meal and paying a bill. That is not how we roll in a city as prosperous as ours. And we know in the city of Melbourne that it's getting harder. There is a cost of living crisis. I walked down the aisles of the supermarket there, and it's mind-blowing what's happening with prices and the pressure that families are feeling. Only 7% of people, when we did our survey recently, said they get enough fruit and vegetables. Only 7%. So, that is why here in the city of Melbourne, we are the first city in Australia to launch a food plan. I'm very, very proud of the fact that we have done this. And it begins by bringing together all our food agencies, all our not-for-profits, and saying, what can we do as Team Melbourne, to tackle food insecurity in our city? So here in Carlton, we support initiatives like fresh fruit and vegetables for people who need support through One Box. We do free frozen meals at the Kathleen Syme Library. We do food vouchers for those doing it tough. We're empowering people to grow and share food. Loving that program. I'm a veggie grower myself. We're partnering with universities and the community. And of course, we're supporting you to put on events like coming together here today. So now it is my pleasure to officially launch the Carlton Food Map. If you haven't yet seen this, please make sure you get a copy before you leave. There's also a snazzy QR code there as well. So through this map and the QR code, you can find more than a dozen, 16 venues across Carlton where you can get food relief. These are some of the best organisations in our city. These are the heroes of Melbourne, and we are all coming together to ensure that this is a city where we look out for each other. This is a city where we care for each other. This is a city where we love each other. And this is a city where you can enjoy a nutritious and hearty meal. And that's what this lunch is all about today, everyone. Thank you so much. Enjoy the meal. Let's come together and declare our food family. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Lord Mayor Nick Rees. We appreciate you being here and launching the food map. It will be a wonderful resource for the community of Melbourne in the city of Melbourne. I'd now like to pass it on to Tony McMillan, the CEO of the Carlton Neighbourhood Learning
I greet you in the Māori language of New Zealand, where I'm from. I have lived here in this community for 12 years and recently became a citizen of Australia. Welcome to the Coming Together gathering. I'd like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land, the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation, pay my respects to elders past and present, acknowledge we're on unceded land, it always was and always will be Aboriginal land. I'd like to especially thank Nick Rees, the Lord Mayor, for his leadership. Not only is he a local of Carlton, but he is a Lord Mayor who really understands these wicked challenges that we face as a community and is willing to step up and try to tackle them as the Lord Mayor of the Melbourne Council. I'd like to thank the principal sponsor and funder of the event today, the University of Melbourne. The University of Melbourne not only is an extraordinary educational institute, but they play a critical role in our local community of Carlton, trying to partner with community to be part of the challenges that we face and to tackle them as a university, and we deeply value the role that they play. I'd like to acknowledge the venue hosts, the Church of All Nations. The Church of All Nations provide a free food pantry here at the church, but they also provide a weekly meal, free community meal every Wednesday, which is deeply valued by our local community. I'd like to thank my own organisation, the Carlton Neighbourhood Learning Centre, but particularly Nez, who's a member of our team, who has helped coordinate the event today, and Taryn, our new community development coordinator, who also helped to pull this event together. Alicia, who's our admin officer, but also is a trained florist. So she put together these two beautiful floristry arrangements and the table as well. I'd like to acknowledge our event partners, including the City of Melbourne, who, as I said, are helping to tackle this wicked challenge that we face around food insecurity, launching the food map today, but also they've acknowledged that food insecurity is one of the top challenges faced by our city, and they're not only acknowledging that, they're putting funding in to organisations like the Carlton Neighbourhood Learning Centre and many other local partners to try to tackle that challenge. I'd like to acknowledge the Carlton Community Network, a network of 50 local organisations that come together to work on these challenges, RMIT, St Jude's Church, the Community Grocer, and many more local organisations. I'd like to acknowledge our chefs who have pulled together the beautiful food that we're about to enjoy. We wanted this event to be of and by and for the community, so many of the people that are cooking today and volunteering today are from our local community. I'd like to thank the musicians that have already performed, but also who are going to perform throughout the event, and all the volunteers from the University of Melbourne, City of Melbourne, from local community organisations, from people who live in the public housing towers, people with lived experience who have been part of pulling this event together. Critically, we wanted this event to not be delivered for community but by community, And so community was involved in every step of the way, telling us what they wanted in terms of this event, what they wanted the food to be, what they wanted the entertainment to be. They have helped to lead and guide and deliver this event. But why are we here today? About a year ago, we came together as a community, as a University of Melbourne, the City of Melbourne, as the community network, and we agreed that food insecurity and cost of living was the #1 challenge facing us, and we united around pulling together a 5-year action plan to deliver practical support for our local community. That's where the food map has come from, that's where events like this have come from, and we're going to be delivering a lot more in the coming months and the coming years. And we really wanted to be an event that was about a joyous celebration, a coming together of community and every parts of our community to celebrate together, to celebrate food, to celebrate culture, to celebrate music, to celebrate well-being, as well as offering practical pathways to support. On your tables, we would like to host more of these events. We'd love to do 4 a year, ideally. If you would like to contribute, and if you're in a place to be able to contribute, there are QR codes on your table to be able to donate towards the next one of these events. And finally, I would like to thank each and every one of you for attending today. I want you to know that you are valued, that you belong in our community. We want everyone to be part of our community and to belong, and we want no one in our community to go hungry. So thank you for being part of this event, this coming together gathering. Please do enjoy your food that you're about to be served. Thank you.
Thank you so much to me. Sorry about that. Alright everyone, now the moment we've all been waiting for. Lunch will now be served. Our volunteers will bring out the lunch to tables for sharing. Food has a remarkable power. It brings people together. It tells the story of where we come from and connects us to each other. So please eat well, enjoy the company, and enjoy the food. Thank you.
Be back in 2 minutes, guys. Sit here.